Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Nurse Patience. I don't know if you've heard of pregnancy without an embryo or pregnancy without a baby, a pregnant uterus that doesn't have the fetus in it. It's quite strange, right? So today that's the topic we'll be talking of. So our topic of discussion today is blighted ovum or embryonic pregnancy. And what does that mean? Welcome everyone. If this is your new time visiting this YouTube channel, please kindly hit the subscribe button. And if you're a returning viewer yet to subscribe, please kindly do same. And if you're a returning viewer stroke subscriber, this channel is telling you thank you. So welcome to the topic of discussion. What is what does it mean to be pregnant without an embryo in it? The normal sequence of pregnancy is first there's intercourse, from the intercourse, then there's movement of sperm cells to the ovum, and where this sperm cells fuses with the ovum, fertilization occurs. And if fertilization is successful, then this then transports into the uterus where it is being implanted. So I'm going to take it from there now. With this our topic of discussion, embryonic pregnancy. Embryonic pregnancy simply means a pregnancy that fertilization occurs, then the embryo does it gets attached into the uterus. That's implantation occurs in the uterus, but it does not develop into a fetus. It is an abnormal pregnancy and it's a leading cause of failed pregnancy. I've had a lot of women who would tell you at some point that I was pregnant. I'm feeling like I'm pregnant, and maybe after some time they'll start spotting and they'll have to lose their baby. So it could be that such an individual is having embryonic pregnancy or blighted ovum. So here in this video, I'll be talking more about this condition and how can you diagnose this particular condition. So if you are a woman, if you're a husband, if you're a guy, if you're a young lady, this video is for you. Do not go out of this channel. Please sit back and watch till the end, because there are interesting tips about this condition that you need to know, and it can be self-diagnosed, and you can also go to the hospital to get yourself diagnosed. But usually, just like pregnancy, these two will give you a positive pregnancy result for both urine and blood. So you can see that for most individuals who have this blighted ovum, they already registered in their mind that I am pregnant and I am expecting a baby. Who knows, she must have told her partner that, baby, we are expecting a baby soon, because her pregnancy test is showing that she is pregnant, because the HCG hormone, which is responsible for pregnancy, the hormone which is released from the placenta, is present in urine and blood. So most individuals with blighted ovum or embryonic pregnancy would think they are actually pregnant. One other thing you need to know is, normally after implantation have occurred, it is normal that the embryo should be seen in the sac, that's the pregnancy sac, between the 5th to 6th weeks of gestation. But in the case of blighted ovum or embryonic pregnancy, individuals have an empty sac, because these products of implantation get to the uterus quite all right, but they don't get to develop into an embryo, neither would they even thrive to the level of a fetus. So usually this pregnancy failure is between the 4th to the 6th week of pregnancy, and that's why I'm telling you that this blighted ovum is the major cause or leading cause of failed pregnancy within the first to the second trimester. All right, so the cause of blighted ovarian, this condition isn't caused by what you do or what you didn't do before and after conception. Why am I saying this? Most people, for most pregnancy that have gone wrong, it could be that there's an unhealthy practice that woman must have exhibited before conception, or an attitude or a behavior or a lifestyle that she have previously done while during pregnancy, that's after conception. In this case of blighted ovum, there is no linkage between pre and post conception practices that must have been practiced by such an individual. So mostly the cause of this blighted ovum is unknown, but research have it that most of the cases of blighted ovum is gene related. That's it's as a result of chromosomal abnormalities, which is usually from the fetus. Another of this blighted ovum could be as a result of poor sperm quality. By poor sperm quality, individuals who have sperm that are not so capacitated, or sperm that have some kind of abnormalities, would also lead to blighted ovum or false pregnancy. That's an embryonic pregnancy, pregnancy without a fetus or an embryo. So the two causes I've listed here, the major cause of this condition is unknown. All right, what are the signs and symptoms of embryonic pregnancy? Like every normal pregnancy, this also there will be missed period, yes, which is one major sign of pregnancy. Then when you proceed further after a mixed period, it is only normal for you to go run a pregnancy test. And on pregnancy test, there is a positive, it gives you a positive result, even with urine and blood, showing that there is presence of HCG in the urine and even in the blood. So there's a positive pregnancy test, and also there's a positive pregnancy test, and there is missed period as in the case of normal pregnancy. Also, all the other symptoms that individuals can have during the early or the first trimester of pregnancy, individuals who have this condition would also experience same. So it is just the same sign and symptom as normal pregnancy. Also, if you do not know the signs and symptoms of normal pregnancy, it is in this channel. You just go search for it and you'd watch it so that you get yourself acquainted with the signs and symptoms of normal pregnancy or of pregnancy generally. Pregnancy major sign and symptom is missed period. So with that, as it has been established that individual who miss their period would take it a step further by going for a pregnancy test. So there's a positive pregnancy test even in the case of blighted ovum or an embryonic pregnancy. So I'll move straight to the treatment option of blighted ovum. For the treatment option, I told you that this condition is one of the leading cause of failed pregnancy in first trimester. And most times when this happen, when individuals that have this condition, and it is also the leading cause of miscarriage in pregnancy. So one major thing that happen to this kind of pregnancy is it usually end up in miscarriage. Yes. So for the treatment option, it's either the individual waits for miscarriage to happen on its own, or the second option is going to use drugs, that's pharmaceutical products, to get the pregnancy terminated. Example of such is misoprostol. For individuals who have blighted ovum, using misoprostol will help dilate the cervix, and eventually the effect will be felt on the uterus, and it would expel those products of conception, as this uterus did not, as the embryos did not really get to form in the pregnancy sac. Then the last treatment option we'll be looking at is having a dilatation and curettage. For most individuals who have waited for miscarriage to occur and it didn't happen, and also have waited and have tried using misoprostol and it didn't give them, or it didn't yield a very good result for them, the major option they will need to go for is booking a session for dilatation and curettage, which is the D and C. It is a surgical process and it needs to be done in an aseptic environment. So it's usually done in the hospital and preferably in the theater, where this period of conception is being removed from the uterus and the uterus is further cleaned while awaiting the next pregnancy. So the end of this video is you educate someone about this, because so many women I know right around complain of miscarriage. Could it be that their miscarriage could be as a result of blighted pregnancy? For most individuals that have blighted ovum, they still have good chance of having a normal pregnancy that they will be able to carry to term. So you would help enlighten those people so that they don't have fear in them while they are having subsequent pregnancy, that it might also end up in miscarriage. Because this, once it happens and miscarriage have occurred, you can also get yourself checked so that the uterus will be seen, and the surroundings will be cleaned and ensure that it is safe for the next pregnancy. So the take home today is individuals who have blighted ovum or who had blighted ovum in time past can still have normal pregnancy.